Thank you, Mr. Moore, for those remarks. Our valedictorian for the Associate of Science degree is Jarrod Gibson, IT, CNS.
Thank you. Thank you. First of all, to our graduating class, I'd just like to thank you for giving me the honor of speaking here today. I also want to thank everyone who helped me make it to where I am today. Everyone knows that attending college is not at all easy. During high school, working was really an option that if you wanted to make a disposable income, you could do it if you wanted to. Some of us haven't had that luxury in a long time. We have to make money, and it's not disposable either, which is why most of us are here today. In order to better ourselves, a lot of us have worked 40 hours per week or more while attending 3 days a week for 4.5 hours a day, and then spent most of our free time, which was very little, on homework, papers, reviewing for quizzes and tests, or even worse, 11-week projects that were worth half of our grade. They know all about that. This was especially difficult for those of us who were married with children, or single parents. But ladies and gentlemen, we have all accomplished a major milestone in our lives that will continue to live on in us forever. And although those are just some of the experiences, we have many more, and certainly not all of them were bad. Just think of all the great times when the staff would come around with little treats, ice cream, and other incentives to show us all their appreciation for us being here. The times when NTHS would have their cookouts, and the blood mobile would show up, donate a pint, get a free hot dog. That was the principle. I never got a free hot dog. And also the foosball tournaments that seem to take place almost every school night, in which Dean B, Mr. Ragnar, and other faculty members would challenge any of us to a game at any time. And who's going to forget our famous class clowns? I've got to call you guys out. So, especially Richard Moore, who would always jazz up our classes with his laid-back Louisiana-style comic croissant. I still, to this day, don't remember how he became known as Honey Brown. But also Mr. Carroll, who lightens up all of his classes, creating such a relaxing setting, making the most complex IT subjects as easy as can be, especially while taking our shenanigans so well. Mr. Ellis, who flooded our classes with an abundance of his knowledge and experience, and taught us a great way to understand how the IT world changes from a daily basis. And all the other lively characters that entertained us and made these past 2 years so much easier than Ferris Bueller's College, but not as crazy as Van Wilder's College. It's almost ironic to remember all these things and still forget how much things actually have changed. I looked at my student ID today and remembered when we first started, when the building was at Youngerman Circle, on the other side of town, 5 minutes away from where I live. The classes were packed, and so many students wanted to play more than learn. I'm no exception. I came in with 25 inches of hair, black baggy pants with chains and straps, and sarcastic t-shirts with off-color remarks, expecting me to be able to get a job in my field after 3 months of attending. Like I said, a lot has changed. But as the quarters came and went, the classes thinned out, and we would all clamor over who had dropped out. And by the end of the fourth quarter, everyone became more focused and more serious about reaching the goal of tonight. Some good friends have come and gone, but we remain strong. And then our final quarter was upon us. Only 11 remained in my capstone class. Career Services began prepping us for a departure in our portfolio class, and the finish line was in clear view. The paradox of time churned in our stomachs as our final review came so quickly, but it seemed that the end of class was so far away. But here we do, stand here today, victorious. But questions still remain. Am I finished? Should I go for the next level? Will I see my friends and colleagues down the road? How am I going to pay all this money off? What am I going to do now? Though I'm sure most of you have already answered these questions by now. But it is amazing to be able to reminisce on the beginning and see how much we have all changed. Some of us are now working in the fields that we've worked so hard to get into the past 2 years, or 4 years. And I'm glad to say that Stouffer's, ramen, and Red Bull are no longer on our menus. So what do we do now? Personally, to the associate's class, I encourage you all to continue your education into the bachelor's degree and beyond. You can never know too much. And always remain confident in yourselves and your skills. Don't let people question what you can do in your field. We've all seen what we can do. So show them. Don't let people doubt your knowledge. Teach them. And when time gets tough, never, never give up. Take control of your life. Take control of your destiny, as you've done so far. And so to my fellow alumni, I'm going to just leave you now with this subtle wisdom. Success is not measured by what you have done, but by how hard it was to do it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gibson, for those challenging remarks. Next, I'd like to start with the presentations of our degrees. Will the bachelor candidates for the School of IT please stand and come to the stage? Ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor to present the candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Information System Security. Candidates with your names called, please receive your diploma. Curtis James Atwater. Jeremy V. Robaruchko.